Welcome in, everybody. Brett here from Grandpa's Treasure Shop. We are fresh up out the Shadow Realm, and there's a lot of crazy things happening in the market today. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. We're going to be looking at La Crema, the Crimson Tears, or Lacrima. So this card, look at the chart here. This card has went up all the way up to almost $50, and then, that was back in April. And then it's been on the downtrend, right? Wrong. Now it's creeping back up, and this card is literally $36. And after that one listing at 36, which doesn't have very many sales, so we're not going to count we're going to look at the more reputable sellers, probably like over 100 sales, right? And we're looking at like $50 for this card. Like, that's just crazy. I think Lacrima, yeah, $50. That's just crazy for the market. Is this worth picking up right now? Probably not. But for those that did pick it up when it was low, kudos to you. Next, we are going to talk about one of the alt arts, Nibiru, the primal being. This card is a card that I think should be on every investor's radar because this card is a one-of-a-kind alt art. Like, I truly believe in the next months to 6 months to a year, however long it takes, this card is going to get really scarce, really hard to get, and it's going to probably peak over 100. That would be my guess. Do I think this is a good buy-in price? 100%. There's only 3 pages of this. People want this card. Like, I truly think this card is going to be a really good investment in months to come. Next, we're going to look at Effect Veiler, another alt art. We all know the other version of Effect Veiler has been out for quite a bit now. This alt art is, just like Nibiru, a one-of-a-kind alt art. A lot of people love this version of Effect Veiler. I actually think it looks pretty sick. But yeah, same thing. We see the pre-sales prices, it's over triple digits, and then it just tanks. And then it goes back up, and then it's on the downward, and now we see just a little bit of curvature. This card, you can get it for about $76, $77. If we're looking at reputable sellers, the more reputable ones, you're looking at about $80 for this card. I think Effect Veiler, this just like Nibiru, I think this will hit triple figures. That's just me. I don't think this is a terrible buy-in price, especially considering this card could easily be like $150, 4 to 6 months from now, very easily. And I mean, let's look at some of the sales data here. Today's the 22nd, so looks like somebody literally bought two sales today. For how scarce this card is, 2 sales in one day, or even 3 because he bought 2 of them, is huge. Like, this is actually crazy because all it takes is 1, 2, 3 sales, and then this card is steady about 80. And then, once we creep down a little bit more, we got a couple pages around the 80 mark, but then once you get to page 3, it goes up to bottom of the page, $100. But what happens when we hit the page 4, bottom of page 4, we're looking at $200. If you're telling me that is the max potential of this card is $200, man, I think this is a good buy-in price, if you ask me. Next, we're going to talk about Dragon Master Magia, or Magia, I've heard so many different names. I just call it Magia, but we're looking at the lowest possible rarity of this card, the PUR, and it's beautiful, I have to say. This just looks so much more beautiful than the other PURs. I don't know if they just did different printing. Nonetheless, we're going to look at this sales data right here on the chart. Oh my God, yes. Like, people were coming in for this card. This has 3 people bought it. 1 person bought 3 of these things. But let's go down to the market. So $35. That's just crazy. There is quite a few listings of this, but if you ask me, I think this is a really good collection piece because what happens, 4 years, well, not even 4 years, 2 years from now, right? Even if this card is relevant in the meta or not, collectors are going to want this. This has Dark Magician of Chaos and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in it. Like, y'all, this right here is going to just be a good collector piece in time to come. So what do I think this could be? I think this could easily probably peak maybe 100. I think it could hit triple digits if this card gets scarce enough. 2 years from now, maybe. Now, for long-term investments, I think now's a good time to start picking these up. Now, if this gets reprinted in the tens, whew, man, it's going to be rough out here, but that's a tough cookie to swallow. But next, we're going to look at Summon Skull. Yo, Summon Skull of all cards. I called this the other day that it would hit triple digits, and it's literally, it just broke a hundo. You cannot get this card for less than $101. Like, that is bogus to me. Bogus. There's only 2 pages at the bottom of the second page. We're looking at $200 for a QCR Summon Skull, y'all. Like, that's crazy. Look at this chart, man. We are climbing Mount Everest here. Like, what? This is just bogus. Is this a good buying price? Man, you will not catch me dropping $101 on this card. Do I think it could go up? Man, look at this. Yeah, quite frankly, I do think it could go up. This card is very scarce. It's hard to get. Like, Bonanza's already starting to fall out. Like, it's hard to get. So all these cards are going up. Speaking of Bonanza, we're going to talk about Dark Magician Girl, the A quarter century secret rare. This also broke a hundo. Do I think this is a good buy-in price? Maybe. I think it could be. I mean, I'm not fully confident in it. I'm not dropping $104 for this card, but I do think this card could go up. Dark Magician's right around the corner. What's gonna happen? Like, we got probably at least like 6 to 8 months before we see it in the TCG, the Dark Magician support. So that means from now to then, all 2 pages of this could be bought out. Like, really, let's be logical here. And then what happens when people buy this out? They're moving on to the next one. On to the next. Now, I want you to take a look at B and C, right? Now, we're not going to go in, but, you see just average about $60 and then $47. And then I want you to look at the OG. I think this is a crazy buy-in price. Like $12.95, y'all. $12.95, but you can get it for $9.68. Yo, this is unreal. Like, sure, there's 10 pages. Sure, Gamer's Choice. They got a wall of China here. It's over 1,300 quantity. But what happens when the other arts are just getting bought out, or people prefer the OG art? I know I personally would be playing this. That's just me. But I just cannot get over this. I think this is a crazy buy-in price. I really do. Like, I'm curious. Page 10. This card, the highest, and that's graded, so we're not going to look at that. So $50. But when this card gets bought out, man, I think this is a good investment. That's just me. People say the 10s, man, they're not that good. Everything's cheap from the 10s. Wrong. Like, wait till time. Let time do its thing, and certain cards do appreciate. This is one of those cards. Bro, this is literally free real estate. What does real estate do over time? It appreciates, goes up constantly. Like, maybe slowly, but over time, that chart is going to be like if you look at real estate, man, it's just constantly, the chart is going up. Property values don't get cheaper. Same thing with the most nostalgic cards in the game. Do you think this card is going to be like $9 forever? No. This card is going to be money one day. When I say money, I don't mean like, I mean, it could hit triple digits, but like this particular version, I mean, it could be consistently a $50 card, like in the next year to 2 years. But that's just me. Next, we're going to look at Elemental Hero Stratos from Quarter Century Bonanza. Y'all, Bonanza's crazy. All these QCRs are starting to go up. Man, this is peaking right here. Stratos broke $100. $100. Like, y'all. Hero fans are real, man. There's only one page of this, too. Man, okay. Like, I think this is a good buying price. Call me crazy. Yo, call me crazy. I think this is a crazy buying price. I do. Why? Bro, there's one page. Bonanza's already hard to get. These QCRs are already hard to pull. I think, man, I might just drop 103 into this today. Like, yo, I really do. I think this card has crazy future potential. This could be $200-$300 card in the next months to come. Like, you might call me crazy. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Stratos? I think this might be a good buying price. And honestly, I might just cop one of these just to get a little bit of exposure. Like, what happens when this card goes to 300? Like, bro, I'm trying to profit 200 off one card. Like, that's just me. Like, this card has potential of what the wanted QCRs. So, I'm just going to take a quick intermission just to tell you what happened. Back in December, I picked up a playset of wanteds from the Sinful Spoil, whatever. I paid $72 a piece for a playset. Okay? I knew White Forest was getting hype. But that was anticipated around May for Alliance Insight. I picked them up in December, y'all. It's 72. That's what we're talking about here with Stratos. Like, 103 is not a bad buying price if you ask me. Because what happened 2 months ago is when I sold them. So probably like, I want to say March. Was it March? Whenever. All I know is Wanted from the Sinful Spoil got bought out. And there was like one listing left and it was for like $250. So what did I do? I listed it for $200. $250? Nah, that's push. I mean, that's what it was at when it got bought out, right? But I want to make sure it sells. So I'm like, I'll put 72 into each one of these. I'm okay with 200. I'm okay with this to make sure they sell. Like, this is just securing that. And they sold within a matter of days. Like, yo, hey, halftime show. If you guys like this content, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe. It really does help the YouTube algorithm, I promise. We just want to get this kind of information out there so we can help more people understand more about the market, what cards to pick up. This is not official financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I am going based solely on my opinion and what I see presented in front of me on the charts. And if you guys do like Yu-Gi-Oh singles, we do have singles on our eBay. We do have a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh fan DIY, orcas, accessories, on our TikTok shop, link down below in the description, and on our Etsy page. We do a lot of fun, crafty projects with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we all love the game so much. Now, Konami, please don't come at me over this, but, this is all just like fan-made related stuff when it comes to orcas and, the displays that we craft on our Etsy. But yeah, if you guys like that kind of stuff, check it out in my description. All right, now let's hop back into it. We're going to talk about a card we talked about the other day, Fenrir. The other day was at $12. It's already at 14. It's went up $2 since we last talked about it. I think Fenrir, don't miss your window. This right here is not a bad price. If this card does not get reprinted in Battles of Legend, man, and I don't know if it will. Realistically, do I think Fenrir will get reprinted in that? No. That's just my opinion. And if it doesn't, then what other reprint sets are we looking at? The 10s? Fenrir already came out in 10s. It's not going to come in the 10s. I mean, maybe, unless they do something crazy and make it common. Doubt it. This is a really good buy-in price if you ask me. Place at a Fenrir for less than 45, sign me up. I might just cop these. Yo, Fenrir, I think Fenrir is a good investment. I think this card has $30, $40 potential. I do. Maybe 50. Maybe. So, you heard it from me first. Next, we're going to talk about Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon from Rage of the Abyss. This card only has one printing. Just one. Think about this. Look at this chart. This chart is another Mount Everest, y'all. It is going up. This card, where did it drop low? It's like a little over $7. And now this card it passed the $10 mark. It's $11.30. If you ask me, I think this card has like $50 potential if this does not get a reprint anytime soon. This card right here is nostalgic, and it's support for, a modernized Red Eyes deck. God knows what kind of deck could come about with Metamorph as an engine or something. And this card is actually kind of broken, if you're being honest. This is a negate. Anything that says the word negate or can't respond, in my opinion, is always going to be a good investment. Almost always. But we only see 5 pages of this. Yo, look at this. Let's look at the sales data. No sales for today, but yesterday. Man, look at that. I'm not even going to count all this. But people were coming in. People were getting this card. This is another good one that I would keep on your radar. Next, we're going to talk about Forbidden Droplets. Okay. Yo, I've always stood by Droplet. Even after they announced the Rarity Collection 1 reprint, I stood by Droplet. Old faithful. I don't care if it's a super, ultra, secret, whatever it is. Pick these cards up before it's too late. It's about to break the $10 mark, y'all. It's about to. And Rarity Collection 1's already hard to get. So what happens when people do start coming in and flooding these droplets? Because we don't see a whole lot of quantities. I mean, sure, somebody has 5, but it's not like 1,000 or something, We see 22, sure, that's a new seller. Man, I think this card could go real quick, especially considering some of the sales data. Let's look at just today. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people came in for droplets. Yo, this is another good one. You might want to, consider this before it does hit the $10 mark. What do I think this card could be? I truly think the super rare could hit $15-$20. Easy. What happens when all these dry up? And we're on page 7 now. Yeah, it's kind of what I was saying. It's like 25. Droplet is crazy. And now for the finale, the last card we're going to talk about today. Silhouette Rabbit. Ultimate rare, y'all. Ultimate rare, y'all. Look at, man, I just picked up one of these the other day for like $7. Why? Man, this card is cheap. What happens, bro? This card has 2 prints. What happens when this card is good? What happens when this card is played in the meta? Man, don't sleep on these alties. Don't sleep on these alties. Man, this car could $90 if this car started getting bought out right now. That's the highest price we got. It's like $92 basically. This is another car. Don't sleep on. Let's go to page 1 here. We got $11 for a clean Alti. Sure, these Altis aren't as pretty as the old ones used to be, but it's still a clean Alti. Silhouette Rabbit, man, the Secret's nice too. But of course, if I had to pick, I'm playing the Alti. Look at this, yo. This chart is great. Or these listings, man. Like, you're telling me, I think under $20 is a good price for this card. Under 20. Bro, we're at like $12 for this card. Like, okay. But yeah, no, I just had to, fill you guys in with the market and what's going on. If you guys do want to check out our shops, our links are down below in the description. We sell singles on eBay, a lot of miscellaneous Yu-Gi-Oh accessories, Orca decks that are fan made on our TikTok shop, and then Etsy. We do crafty little Yu-Gi-Oh projects like unique 3-card displays, single card displays, Orca printed fan made cards. But yeah, until next time, Brett here from Grandpa's Treasure Shop. We will see you in the next one.